Yo, 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 what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So, in this video, what we're going to talk about is swing trading, position trading, okay? But also, before we get into that, let me just say, man, what did I tell you guys was going to happen today in the market? I just want to throw it out there real quick, man. Before we get into this video, y'all know we gonna drop the sauce. All right, y'all know we gonna give you the game on a silver platter, right? Trading ain't even hard when you following me, right? But what did I say, you guys? What did I say? Yesterday, when we was looking at IWM, I told y'all no matter how high they go, they're coming down tomorrow, period. Ain't no questions about it, right? Look what they did. They came all the way down to 294.96. I told you guys they could come down to 295, right? I said no matter how high they go, right? How high they go, they're coming down, okay? And look what happened. They came up, they popped up today, right? They popped up today. First 30 minutes they popped up. Yank. Bull trap, yank that thing. Right? Failed two up, came all the way down. All right? Now, we do this every day, man. All right? So if you want to come trade with us in the Discord. Click the link in the description. Now, like I always say, nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor. Now, swing trade position sizing. Very important. So when you guys are swing trading, depending on your account size, I need you guys to understand this cardinal rule. This is a cardinal rule that will help you in your life, in your trading journey. You need a portion of money that you are okay with losing. Period. Okay? You need a portion of money that you are okay with losing. I'm going to make sure I write this down. Cardinal rule. You need a portion of money you are okay with losing. All right? This is a cardinal rule, right? Let me tell you why. If you're not okay with losing a portion, you're never going to grow your account because you're always going to be worried about losing the money. So in your brain, in your mind, if you got $1,000 in that account, you need to, in your mind, say this account is only $250. You have to be willing to let a trade go down enough to lose the amount of money so that you have room in that trade to be able to go where it's going to go. And what happens is a lot of people, they're not willing to lose any money. And because they're not willing to lose any money, they don't make any money. So this is the first thing. If you're not willing to lose any money, you're not willing to make any money. Period, point blank. Let me give you guys a example. I got into a SMCI call 2 days ago. Well, yesterday. I got into an SMCI call. Right? And we're going to go over this real quick. SMCI. Now, yesterday. So what happened? Yesterday, I got into a call and we got in down here, right? About like 2808, 2810. So we entered in down here, okay? We took entry right here. So boom, entry. And then what happened? We ran up all the way up here. I was up about 45%. It came down the end of the day. So think about it. I was down end of the day. If I was so focused on losing money, I would have got out right here. But I held on because I knew where they was going to go. And then what happened? The next morning, they popped all the way up here. And I took profits. My trailing stop loss took me out right here. Okay? My trailing stop took me out here. But as you can see, they went all the way up here to 29.21. All right? So, you got to be willing to lose money and let the trade breathe so that you can actually make the money. Right? This is a fundamental foundational lesson of swing trading and trading in general, but swing trading. So if you got 5,000 in your account, I want you to give yourself a buffer. Maybe that account is only 4,200. You have to be willing to lose a portion of your money per trade. Now, I'm not saying go lose $800 in a trade, but what I'm saying is if you're in multiple swings, there may be drawdown that may be uncomfortable, and then you could really allow the trade to breathe and then go in your direction. Now, let's talk about position sizing. If you guys see a setup on the weekly time frame, or the daily time frame, it's like, when do I swing? What's my size that I should get? Okay, so watch this. Let's just say IWM. So look at IWM. Let's say you see this fail 2 up and you're like, it's coming down, let me swing it. If you go full size, right? You got fail 2 down right here. Let's say you go full size right here at the end of the day at 299.29. You need to understand that a stock is always going to retest and come back in. The setup. Okay. If you think that a stock is going to retest, then go light and give yourself room to add once the stock retests. Okay? So, first off, you need to know your setup. That's the first off, right? That's first off. You need to know your setup. Next thing, you need to understand that if there is a potential for a retest, you either go light or don't enter at all. Now, let me tell you why this is. If you go full size right here, what happens? The stock gaps up, right? Now you're down, and then it goes all the way up to 302. Now you're like, oh, I think I'm about to get out. And then what happens? It comes all the way down after you get out. So you didn't understand that this stock was going to retest, and you went full size, and you're just giving money away to the market. And also, is this a short-term swing or is this a longer-term swing? If this is a longer-term swing, you may be able to go a little bit heavier. But if we're talking about shorter-term swings, you want to leave yourself room to be able to not take nasty losses. Or if you need to take a loss, the loss can be a lot smaller. Okay? So when you're looking at it, if there's a potential for a retest, then you might want to go light. Now, when do you know that something's going to retest? You're going to pay attention to the daily candle, right? The daily candle. And you're going to look at like the intraday as well. So let's just say, for example, yesterday on IWM. Go to 30 minute. Okay. So what was the breakout point? The breakout point, right? Watch this. The breakout point was right here. Okay. So this is the breakout point, right? 300, 301. So it broke out of 301 and then it came back below 301. In order for IWM to come down more, what do they have to do? They have to retest this breakout level so that they could come down. And what happened? They broke down, and then they came up to retest this level, rejected, and then they came down. So when you're looking at the daily time frame, you also want to look at the 30-minute or hourly time frame to see, did we already retest and we're going to keep going, or do we need to retest? So if a stock breaks out from a level, don't just enter the swing. Make sure it retests where it broke out from first, and then you can enter. That's the name of the game. And I'm talking about on a daily, on a weekly time frame. Okay? On a daily and a weekly time frame. That is what I am talking about. Let me give you guys another example. Let's look at MRK. They broke out of this bull flag, right? Okay, they look where they broke out from. This is the height of the bull flag, 125.15. Okay? If you entered in right here at 128, they gapped up to 129 and then they came all the way down. Where did they retest? They retested here. So you don't go heavy here because the stock has not retested here. You want to match up your position sizing with, did we retest or not? So if we already retested, you could go heavier. If we haven't retested, don't go heavy yet. Because yes, the stock can go up or down, but if we haven't retested, then we're going to come back to retest that level. So what goes on with MRK on a daily? Right? This is on Friday. Okay? On Friday, we come down and then we pop up. All right, you get a small little move right here. But then what happens? We come all the way down. This is the entry. The entry is off of the retest of the breakout level of the bull flag. And then you go, and now you catch a move from 125 all the way up to 129. That's a $4 move rather than catching a dollar move. Okay? I was talking to somebody about this trade. Let me share this one with you, and then we're going to wrap this up. MBIS. Weekly time frame. We got a bearish 3-bar. So what most people are going to do is they're going to see this bearish 3-bar, and they're going to enter in once this 3-bar closes, but they're not going to realize that there needs to be a retest and a failure for this thing to come back down. So you don't enter in here. You keep in mind this setup. Keep in mind this setup. And then ask yourself, I'm going to wait the next week for the retest. And what happens? Boom. We had an area of liquidity here. Your area of liquidity is going to be your retest levels. Your area of liquidity is going to be your retest levels. We came up here. We rejected. That's when you take entry, and then we gap down, and then we come down. So you don't really, if you do want to enter here, you go very light, and you wait until we come up to the area of liquidity and we reject. And that is when you enter in or add, and then we go lower. Okay? So that's a lesson on position sizing in your swing trades. That is a lesson, position sizing on your swing trades. I hope that this video helped you guys out. Come join the Discord, come trade with us. Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? Y'all have a great day, and I'm going to holler at y'all on tomorrow's video. Y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.